Okay, so I guess we're gonna go ahead and get started. Yay! Thank you guys so much for coming to Volume 8 of Button Down Comedies, quarantine comedy. I don't know if we're still technically in quarantine or not, because like everybody else, from what I can see on their Instagram stories, are like at the beach and partying, and I'm like, did I make up a pandemic? I don't know. But I'm at my house. My name's Elani Nichelle. I'm going to be your host for tonight. You're welcome. We have some
Yeah.
really great comics for you. We have Wayne Cousins. Uh, I don't know if he has a lot of cousins, but that's his last name. We have Wayne Cousins. John
Yeah.
Hawley. He looks like a John. He looks very friendly. I'm looking forward to hearing his jokes. And then we have the wonderful Jenn Snyder as our headliner.
I would throw it in
So,
their face.
couple of things, guys. I really want to hear you guys laugh, but if you have a loud background, please go ahead and mute yourself so that way we can hear the comics when they're talking. So that way there's not like any feedback like that. I don't know. Did everyone mute themselves? It's quiet. Okay, thank you so much. All right, so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Like I said, this technically is a quarantine show, but I don't know about you guys. I'm seeing a lot of people just going to parties at the beach and pretending like it's not happening. Um, I don't know if that's the best way to go about things, but I mean that's what the president has been doing since this all got started. So I guess we're just gonna take his lead. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe don't. So in dating is hard, right? But in quarantine, it has presented a lot of problems. Um, like for instance, on a Zoom date, what do you wear? Are they not? Can they even see you? Does it even matter? Is he wearing pants? You don't know. You don't know. You just have to go into it blindly. Trying to hook up via Zoom, very hard. It doesn't matter how much you press your boob to the screen, still not human contact. It's a lot to process and deal with. Moving on from dating, I have a lot of friends in quarantine that have small children, and a lot of them are struggling right now. And I do feel really bad because, like, some of them are stuck inside with 3-year-olds and having to watch Paw Patrol on repeat. And that just seems like a cruel and unusual punishment that nobody deserves. I just, I got to empathize with them. The other day, I was at work because they're forcing us to go back to the office, and I had a guy come in. He was wearing his mask, so good for him, but he is a landlord, and he was expressing to me his frustrations about people not paying rent. He was like, "Can you believe it? Nobody has any money. They're just being jerks and they're not paying me." And I was like, "They're being jerks?" And he was like, "Yeah, it's like they don't have any money." And I was like, "Oh my God, it's like we're going through a pandemic and like people are have lost their jobs and can't pay." And he was like, "I know. Isn't that awful?" And I was like, "Yeah, it is," which is why I don't understand why you're complaining to me about them not paying rent. Like he truly believes in his heart that people are withholding their funds from him on purpose because they enjoy not paying him and not because they don't have jobs and they have families to feed that they can't feed because they don't have the jobs, and also the government is taking away the $600 a week unemployment benefit. Basically, the government has just told people, figure it out. Figure it out. Do what you need to do. Sell feet pics. Maybe call your grandma for money, but don't rely on us to help you. We're just the government. We're just here after a pandemic. We're getting paid just fine. Why aren't the rest of you? Why are you looking to us for help? That seems like, what do you guys want? Like, what the fuck? Like, we're like, sure, we could print out more money at the drop of a hat, but why would we do that? I don't know, guys. I work in banking, and I just want to tell you that money is pretty much it's pretty made up. Like if they wanted to give you $1 million loan, they can literally just generate those numbers and make it up, and poof, that money is in your account. It's not really real. The government can do the same thing, and they just won't. They're now debating if $200 a week for unemployment benefits is too much. So I don't know about you guys, but living off of $200 a week is kind of like trying to go swimming in a puddle outside of your house after it rains. It's really difficult. It's also not fun. There's really no point in doing it. So, on that depressing note, I'm going to hand things off to someone who hopefully has a brighter outlook on things and doesn't have to argue with landlords. Everybody, welcome to your screen, Mr. Wayne Cousins.
No, John.
Oh, no, excuse me, John Hawley. Sorry, Wayne, not your turn. It's John Hawley.
All right, everybody. My name's John. I usually say it's good to be here, but I'm just at my house, so I guess it's kind of nice to be here. I figured we could do an episode of Cribs, maybe, and you guys could just walk around my apartment. It couldn't be any more pathetic than Redman's episode of Cribs. I don't think it could go any worse than his episode. Maybe it'll be a little bit more iconic. I'll get started with it. I just turned 30 not too long ago, and my dad's like, John, you really need to start setting money aside. You need to start thinking about your portfolio. You need to start thinking about your retirement. And I'm so bad with investments. I thought a 401k was a strand of marijuana. Like, that's what I thought a 401k was. My dad's like, John, you need to invest $40 a paycheck into some 401k. I'm like, I can do that. I can definitely do that. I've been investing $50 a paycheck since high school. Like, 401k, that sounds like dank to me right there. Like, and I was very confused. I said to my dad, I was like, wasn't 401k, wasn't that why I was getting grounded so much in high school? Like, well, like now you want me to do it? Yeah, G13, AK-47, 401k, Roth IRA, those are all strands of weed to me out there. For the laughter, that's what I'm going to pause right now for the laughter. I know a lot of people are they're kind of concerned what it's going to be like when kids that are my age are running the country, and I'm kind of curious too. But what I'm curious about is what's it going to be like when the young adults that are my age become the elderly, 70, 80 years old. We're going to have an entire generation of grandparents with skateboarding neck tattoos. Ugh, yikes. Like right now we have World War II grandpa, and 40 years from now we're going to have kickflip grandpa. Like that's what we're going to be working with here. Like imagine an old man where his chest hair meets his chin. You dig through that white bush and it just says Thrasher in the inside. Like that's what we're going to have in a couple of years from now. We're going to have the kickflip grandparents. I was in the town that I used to live in. There was an Amber Alert. There was a missing child out. And sometimes I don't always know what to say in the right situation. I say the wrong thing. Like I don't always know what to do in certain situations, and it makes it difficult. And everyone's talking about the missing child and just everything about it. And I said, what about you found the missing child? When is it appropriate to ask for that reward money? Like, when is that okay to ask? Like, I realize mother's first instinct isn't going to be like the cops call her, we have your child safe and sound here on 2nd Street at the McDonald's. The mom's going to go, yes, I need to go to the ATM first so I can grab my child. Like, I realize that's not a mother's first instinct, but you will have to pay me a down payment for your child. I'm going to need something for your child. I'm not FDIC. I'm not going to start charging you interest. Not till at least 6 months. Then I'm going to start charging you interest. Like, I'm not a bad guy here. You can make me monthly payments for your child. Like, that's totally fine. I completely understand. Times are tight right now. Like, but I'm not the bad guy in this situation. You are your child. I found your child. You made a sign that said missing child, $500 reward, and then I returned the child. Okay, that's how capitalism works. Okay, I do work and then you pay me. Or you just not pay me and I can keep the child. Okay, I'm like everybody else in this world. All right, I got bills to pay. I can't be going around to neighborhoods collecting children for free or anything. Like, I'm going to need some form of money. Recently, I've had a lot of jobs. The best jobs I got in this factory, and it's always a question among girls when they go to a job if they can wear yoga pants. It's always a big question. and this girl raised her hand. She's like, "So are you allowed to wear yoga pants at this factory?" And it was a girl in HR doing the orientation. She said, "No, you cannot wear yoga pants. We're doing heavy material here. It can easily cut your pants and cut you. You need to wear denim, jeans, blue jeans, whatever it may be." And the girl said, "Ladies, you cannot wear yoga pants at work. It would be obsolete." I raised my hand and I said, "Can I wear yoga pants? Is that okay?" And then I was asked to leave on the spot, is what happened. I didn't get I got the job, but then I kind of got fired the orientation day. Before I get out of here, I have one last joke, and it was once I was at a bar, and this guy, I didn't know if he was flirting with me. I didn't know where he was coming from, if he was gay or not gay. He was kind of talking to me, and he gave me a compliment, and I didn't know how to take it. He said, "You know who you look like? You look like if Ted Bundy fucked Adam Levine." I'm like, "All right, guy. Well, on that note, I think I need to leave and get out of here. I'm actually going to leave. Me, Luke Skywalker. Say bye, everybody."
Wow, thank you, John. I never thought about a down payment for returning someone's child. That's a new one. I don't know if that's a genius idea, if that's a new low, but I kind of like it. I enjoyed it. But yeah, that was John Hawley. Everybody give him one more round of applause. He was great. Yay, John. Good. I'm gonna remember that. Make a down payment on returning a kid. Has anyone lost a child recently? Just asking. Alrighty, guys. Moving on. Before I go on to our next comic, I do want to say that if you would like to tip any of our performers tonight, you can tip us on Cash App at Button Down Comedy. There's a $sign in front of it, so it's going to be $sign Button Down Comedy. And be sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Button Down Comedy. Alrighty, so we're going to move on to our next comic. He's got a fun shirt. He's got a fun outlook on life, despite everything happening. It's terrible. But Wayne isn't. So everybody, welcome to your screen, Wayne Cousins.
Yay! Hey, thanks everybody. Thanks for coming. Oh God, sure is fun going through a pandemic with depression, right? I go back and forth between really not wanting to die to desperately wanting to die, and it's a whole fun thing. Let's talk about Olive Garden for a second. I walk up, it's hard to be a badass at the Olive Garden, okay, guys? I walk up into that shit, and I'm like, yo, I came to kick ass. I came to kick ass and eat breadsticks. And it looks like I'm all out of bread. Oh, more breadsticks. Oh, well, this is wonderful. Thank you so much, Trevor. I guess we can put that ass kicking on hold. You know, Daddy just needed some fresh breadies up in here. Beautiful. Does anyone love terrible impressions? All right, great. I saw a guy in the back. Yeah, this dude knows what I'm talking about. This is a guy from Boston who really hates Hamburger Helper. All right, here we go. Do this. Your mama's special boy. Believe in yourself. Here we go. Don't even get me started on that Hamburger Helper. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. I lived and studied in Boston for 12 years preparing for that role. Tell you what. What's up, Timothy's iPhone? Turn your shit off. I'm just joking. We're having fun. Timothy, I know you're a great guy. Not sure if I know you. I had some Pizza Hut recently. Yeah, we got any Pizza Hut fans in the house, huh?
Yeah.
All right. That's about 2 more than I usually get. It's not great, But I noticed that the new slogan of Pizza Hut is the flavor of now, right? Isn't that a fucking terrible slogan? I mean, like, is anyone having a really awful now right now? I think the general consensus is that it's not too great, right? It's like Pizza Hut, the flavor of depression. And, ooh, what is that? Notes of the sense of impending doom. Yeah, all right. I walked up into that work break room and I was like, ooh, what is that? The smell of measles returning? This is beautiful. Love Pizza Hut. Love it. Here's a little dumb one-liner. If you're hungry and horny, I know a great little hole in the wall with a really great little hole in the wall. We're having fun, guys. We're having fun. Let's see what we got here. I tell you what, these kids, I don't understand them these days. These kids, I don't get it. I don't get their slang, right? Like if they say, if you want to fight somebody, then you say, you're about to catch these hands, right? Because I'm going to throw them to you really fast and you're going to catch them with your face or whatever. I didn't understand that. I didn't know that's what that meant, okay? I was talking to my girlfriend, right? I was like, babe, I love you. I want to be with you forever. Just for the rest of my life, I want you to catch these hands, okay? And hold them and tenderly love them, right? Turns out I was telling my girlfriend I wanted to beat her ass. Not good, right? It's not what you want to say to your girl. Another one, and this is really concerning. A lot of people know the catch these hands thing, but I've been seeing recently that, let's say you want somebody to fuck you really hard, okay? You know, to where like maybe you can't walk right the next day. Like really just give it to you, you know? Like you're about to catch his dick, that sort of deal, you know? That's called breaking one's back. Yeah, it's a real thing. I saw what looked like a young minor age girl say, I want Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson to break my back, okay? And I'm like, watch out, girl, okay? First of all, that's illegal. Know your ages of consent, at least for yourself. I mean, come on. Secondly, he could probably actually break your back. Like, be careful what you wish for, you know? It's not cool. But once again, right, I didn't understand that that's what that meant, okay? I was walking down the street with my beautiful 10-year-old son. Yeah, hold your applause. And he steps on a crack in the road, right? So I say, hey, watch out, buddy. You're going to have to bang your grandmother. I'm going to take a sip on that one. So a little about me. I'm on Klonopin, right? Just in case you don't know, it's a nice anti-anxiety drug. It mellows you out. And I'm on it by law, okay? I'm prescribed. So, you know, basically a doctor came, or I went to a doctor, talked to him for like 5 minutes, and he was like, here, please just take this and get the fuck out of my office. So, you know, daddy really needs it, okay? Klonopin's good because, just in case you don't know, it's like Xanax. I don't know if I already said that. But anyway, it's good because it doesn't have to advertise, right? Like, it's a nice word-of-mouth drug. Everyone in the know pretty much knows that Klonopin works. What would a Klonopin commercial even be, I wonder? Well, we don't have to wonder anymore. I'm about to tell you. Basically, it's like, do you sometimes worry that strangers could tell you wouldn't be able to defend yourself physically? Do you then worry they might act on that knowledge? Bro, you're at a Little League baseball game. Talk to your doctor about Klonopin today, right? And then it goes to a classic pharmaceutical commercial fare of an older woman running through a meadow with her grandkids. You know, it's a beautiful spring day. And this lady, you know, you can tell she's a little older, but she kept it tight. You know what I mean? Like, you would look at her and be like, I want to fuck that grandma, and I want her to sell me some Allegra. You know what I mean? Like that kind of lady. So she's running through the meadow with her grandkids, and she's like, I talked to my doctor about Klonopin, and now I just don't give a fuck. Yeah, I stole these kids. That's right. I used to get so anxious around kids, but now I just walk up and take them. Yeah. Thanks, Klonopin. I'm going to get me one in every color. My God, I tell you what. Why is it called Westworld and not Fuck 'em, Suck 'em Robots? We're having fun. We're having a lot of fun here, guys. One thing, I live in South Carolina, okay? And a lot of people from Ohio moved to South Carolina for some reason. I know John said he's from Ohio. We didn't get that one. He's in a different state. But a lot of them do, and I don't know why, basically. I would love to have grown up in Ohio just so I could hear the elders tell legend of the paradise that is South Carolina. In case, if you've never been here, don't come. We got like 3 cool cities, okay, and that is about it. It's terrible here. But what is that like? It's like, come here, little boy, jump up on Grandpappy's knee here. Let me tell you about the damn promised land, all right? You ever heard of swamp ass, little boy? Yeah, that's right. You go down to South Carolina, miles and miles of swamp ass. Far as the eye can see. They got whole fields of it down there. You go and make your fortune. It's like, do you like palmetto bugs? Which are roaches, but bigger. Yeah, big as your fist. And you'll never know it. They'll surprise you. Sometimes they can fly. That's right. And then, of course, he runs out of shit to say because what else are you gonna say? It's like, yeah, they got some plantations, but they're all wedding venues now. It's cool. It's cool. They all just decided to look over that whole area of everything. Oh my God! I tell you what. How am I doing on time there, Gio?
You're about 10 minutes right now.
About 10 minutes. Let's do this one right here. If you know me, you know I love porn bots. Okay. And just in case you don't know what that is, it's basically a fake account on social media that will add you, just to be able to get you to click a virus link or some shit. The profile picture is always like an incredibly stacked, 22-year-old lady, right? And the name is always something, that doesn't quite go with that, like Henrietta Morgenstern for some reason. All their names are like Geraldine Page, or it's weird. But anyway, my favorite part is the bio section, the personal bio, right? Because you can really tell that these are all written by a guy in a Russian basement in Minsk or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, they're all just crown jewels of English as a second language, Google Translator, that kind of thing. And I noticed that if you put all of their bios together, it makes kind of a fun free verse poem, right? So if you will indulge me, let me put on my poetry shirt here. This is called the Pornbot's Credo. Here we go. Hello, 1L. Am looking to fuck? Check my page, babby. It's so cold this night. Look for hot fuck, babby. Hi. Am so wet I break. You like holes? Have holes. Do you listen? RUC? Check my page, babby. Check my page. Guys, thanks so much. It's been fun.
Thank you so much, Wayne. Wow, after that, I'm like really turned on right now. the most turned on I've been in this entire time in quarantine. So thank you for that.
There's a reason.
Everybody, everybody give Wayne another round of applause. Yes. You know, you do seem very stable even with all the Klonopin. So good for you.
Thank you.
If you can maintain a conversation with a sex robot or whatever, then I mean, I'd say you're pretty normal, right?
Thank you.
That's
Best in
how
the
it-
biz.
That's how it works. But yeah, if you guys would like to tip Wayne, if you liked his jokes, be sure to leave him a tip at Button Down Comedy's Cash App, which again, their username for their Cash App is $Button Down. Pretty simple. So like if you wanted to pretend that you were throwing dollar bills at Wayne, you could do that. You just send it. You know, it's pretty easy. Look, he's even taking off his shirt. This man is working
Right.
for it. He is
Wow,
trying
baby.
to earn it. We might even see a nipple, you guys. Just saying. It's not gonna be my nipple, it's definitely gonna be Wayne's. But that's something. Am I right? Alrighty, so we're gonna move on to our, is it our final?
Yes, our headliner.
Deal? Yes, it's our headliner. She is so funny. You guys are really gonna love her. I love her. I'm really happy that we can do this show together. So everybody, welcome to your screen, Miss Jenn Snyder.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Wayne, you're so good, buddy. You're so funny.
Thank you.
And I like that you showed a little skin. That's good. The men should do should do that. Reap the benefits. That's role reverse. We're going in the world. Yeah. You guys, just damn fantastic over here. You know what I'm saying? I definitely miss the before times. I don't know. You know, like, I'm surprised the news is even a thing anymore. Like, what the fuck are they talking about? You know, like, well, John, no one went out and did anything today. Let's go to sports. And the sports guy's just like, fuck you, Jim. You know, I came in the other day, my dad was watching racing. I was like, we're not these people. He's like, I know, but that's all there is. I guess that's the only pandemic-friendly sport, one where we're encased in cars. We should play football like that. That would be fun. I'd watch the fuck out of that. Let's play cars. That sounds pandemic football. Fuck it. I miss doing shows, but I don't miss all the weird shit people used to say to me. After a show one time, a lady came up to me and she was like, I just want you to know your daughter's best friend is transgender. Oh, man, I'm just a lesbian in a bow tie, madam. I don't know anything about that. It's the last of the Butch Heekins. Like, that's it. Like, when I was things you could be, there was like straight, gay, lesbian, and bi. It was like why. It was like you can sometimes be bi. One time a lady came up to me after a show and she was like, I just want you to know that the whole time you was up there, I thought you was wearing a woman suit. A woman suit? Like, where the hell does one acquire a woman suit? You know what I'm saying? Is there like a JC of women's suits in someone's basement? But let's just say there is, right? It's like a whole warehouse. Go get you any woman's suit your little heart desired. You walked in there, rifled through everything, and butch, chunky lesbian with the avatar that you wanted to take for a spin. You know what I'm saying? Could have been any woman. You're like, nah, I want to see what this. That sounds. She's living that thick life. It's. People still stare at me everywhere I go, and I know Wayne and I live in South Carolina, which, you know, I guess I get it, but there's a lot of my people here. Like, it's 2020. You done seen a lesbian in the wild. You've been to Lowe's, or you've been to a softball game, or you went to high school. You've seen a butch lesbian. We're not like. It's weird. I can't even, like, every time I go to the Waffle House, an old white man stares at me. Like, I have never eaten at a Waffle House without an old white man just like, I didn't know you were trying to eat breakfast. Just, it's weird. And so when people do that shit, I just, like, respond back, and I do crazy shit to fuck. Like, I'll order tomatoes and biscuits. And that probably doesn't sound crazy, but I don't eat it normal. Like, I don't put the tomato in the middle of the biscuit. That's like a sandwich. That's just regular people shit. Nah, I fucking slap that bitch on top. Eat it like a raccoon that found a fucking debit card in the parking lot. Just have whole straight white dudes going back to work talking about, man, them lesbians, they love Mater biscuits, man. I'm telling you what. Myself, I'm woke. I know what lesbians like. They love Mater biscuits. I used to work with this girl who would constantly ask me what lesbians did in bed. She'd be like, what do y'all do? What do y'all do? And I you know, and to be fair, in her defense, this was like in the early 90s. And it used to be a lot harder to get your hands on these educational videos that you guys, internet used to be dial-up. It used to take a while. So finally I got tired of her asking, and I was like, okay, Carson, I'll tell you. When lesbians have sex for the first time, we use an eggplant. She was like, for what? And I was like, don't be naive. You know what for. And then when we're done, we chop it up and we cook it into a dish and we eat the dish together to consummate the relationship. And I just like terrible, bad lesbian information out there on the streets. You know what I'm saying? I just want people to find in the wilds of the Publix produce department and just be like, oh yeah, we got a big night planned tonight. It's gonna be eggplant eating and made up biscuits in them. Man. Like, it's that time of year, you guys. It's the time of year where straighties leave babies in cars. I don't know what it is about summertime. They just leave them in the. They never leave them in the car in winter. You never hear of a frozen baby in a car, but for some reason, the heat. And I know that's like a terrible thing to say. I read this article that said that if you were worried about that, you should take your shoe or your phone and put it back there with the baby, you know, so you don't forget the fucking baby. Put something important like your phone. Like, I just know there's a dude at a water cooler like, man, is it not One Shoe Thursday? What's going on, guys? Why am I only wearing one shoe? Where's my phone? Like, I know that's fucked up. That's mean of me to say because I can't accidentally make a person like y'all be doing. So I never know what it's like. But here's the thing. I have a godson, and I have been high as hell every moment of his little 7 years of life. And still, every time he's around, I put a little, I'm like, no, don't do that. Don't touch that. Like, he ain't going down on Aunt Jen's watch. You know what I'm saying? And two, I feel like I can talk shit about that because, like, guess what you've never, ever seen on the news? You've never, ever seen a gay couple on the news talking about they left their baby in the car, have you? No one's ever seen that shit. It don't happen. I mean, we don't do that. Our babies are expensive. You don't leave $10,000 just unattended in the car. You know? Let's see. What else? Who's beeping in? Do y'all hear that beep too, or is that you, Jesus? Is it time? I mean, at this point, nothing would surprise me. Nothing would surprise me. I've tried to be active during this time. I bought a bike. I'm insane. I bought an e-bike because I know it would suck any other way. It was really expensive. I financed it for 3 years, you guys. Like, I'm just that poor and just that stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm either banking on getting famous or the world crumbling within 3 years. So, you know, fingers crossed, guys. Fingers crossed. But I love riding it around. I have a graveyard near my house, and I ride around and I feel like, you know, either they can't hear me or they don't care, or they can and maybe they just enjoy a little music or something. But last night I was fucking riding it, and an entire bug, you guys, flew into my fucking eye. Like, that, if that doesn't just sum up everything about 2020 right there, you know what I'm saying? You think you're doing good, you think you're doing all right, and bam, a bug smothers to death in your own eye. I had to come back here and ask my mama to get it out with a napkin, y'all. That is what's going on in my life. It is not good. I normally hate physical activity. I hate people that run. I think that shit's stupid. I think running is a dumbass fucking hobby. Running is half of the fight or flight response. It's half of what we do when we're terrified. And some asshole came along and was like, let's do this for fun. Like, no. Yo, I wouldn't run if chased. If somebody pulled a knife on me, I'd be like, quit playing. Put it down. We're not doing that today. I mean, like, I don't care if y'all had a gun. If someone pulled a gun on me, I'd be like, bitch, you better shoot me in the face right now. I'd be damned if I have to fucking get to heaven out of breath, can't tell God what you just did. I'm going to get there. Pulling in and be like, yes, Jesus, he had on a red hat and a white hoodie. Get him. And like people that run always say the same thing too. They're like, oh my God, if you runner's high, it's amazing. And I'm like, have you gotten regular high? You're overcomplicating it. Way too many steps in what you're doing. I'm just saying, like, runner's high is described like this. It's like you'll be running and you hit a point where you just feel like you could run forever. Ugh. That sounds fucking awful. You don't hear anybody say that about any other mundane shit. You never hear anybody like, man, last night I had dishwasher's high. I washed every dish in my house by hand, man. When I got done, I went to my neighbor's house and washed all his dishes. Matter of fact, you right now, dishes. I just hate shit like that. I hate hobbies that I think are dumb. Like, I hate people that want to do shit like climb Mount Everest. I think that is the dumbest ambition ever. Like, who the hell would want to climb Mount Everest? Y'all, guess how much it costs to climb Mount Everest? It's like $90,000, you guys. Woo. Yeah, right. 90 grand to like damn near risk your life and die. That is some dumb shit. You know how much we could do with $90,000? All right, I see your face. You know how much hookers and cocaine and Disneyland we could buy with $90,000? Like, if you want a life-changing experience, bitch, give me $90,000 right now. I will change your life. We won't take pictures, but you will be a different person. But y'all, y'all, God don't even want us up there. And I know you're looking at me like, bitch, how do you know what God wants? Well, I'll tell you, he didn't put air there. He did not provide air. He did not intend for your ass to be there, okay? He did not make a way for you, boo. Like, I hope every person that's scuba diving and fucking gets eaten by a whale or a shark fucking gets to heaven and God's just like, yeah. What did you think was happened? Why were you even down there? I didn't put air for you. How did you get down there? What's that? Oh, you bottled your own air? Yeah, you sit your arrogant ass down and wait for the apocalypse. But y'all, here's the number one reason why you should never ever want to climb Mount Everest. Y'all, guess what happens if you're climbing Mount Everest and you die? They just leave your ass there. You're fucking, that's it, bitch. No one comes to get you. You're a trail marker now. You just live on Mount Everest. And like, here's the thing. There's a guy, you guys, and you can look him up. He's got his own Wikipedia page and everything. His name is Green Boots. And they use him like a trail marker. Just like some asshole at the bottom of the mountain, like, yeah, all right, look here. You can go up this north-facing slope, okay? When you hit Green Boots, you're going to hang a right. Like, not a sharp right. You don't want to do what Green Boots did, okay? But like, I think the thing that makes me mad or sad about Green Boots is that, y'all, you know, at one time, Green Boots had big dreams. At one time, fucking Green Boots was in a ski shop like, bitch, look at these. Everybody else at the top of the mountain is just going to be like, white boot, white boot, white boot. And I'm going to be like, bam. Green Boots, bitch. Like, don't do that shit, y'all. That's just too much. I feel like my set has been a real Quentin Tarantino joint. You know what I'm saying? A lot of feet. I feel like it was like, what's that Hollywood movie, Wayne? What's the name of it?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, he knows everything. Yeah, too much feet, y'all. I apologize. All right. Being gay is weird. It's kind of cool. Every once in a while, straight people hit on me, which I find very entertaining. Believe it or not, it happens with dudes, which I think is really funny because they always say something similar like, listen, I won't tell nobody. Right? Like, I don't know enough about men to know that's a fucking lie. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a man bagged me, he'd have me on the wall of his man cave. I'm like, that's a North American lesbo right there. She's a gold star. Those are very rare, okay? She don't look fast, but put up a hell of a fight. Fat joke, not a rape joke, just so we're clear. But it happens with straight women, too. The first one is the ugly straight woman. And she always says something like, oh, my God. if I was gay, oh, I'd be beating down your door. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, like you would have to. The door, the dresser, the bed, whatever else I can put in front of that damn thing, that's what you'd have to beat down to get to me, okay? Just because I like women don't mean I like you all. Like, just showing up with a vagina does not qualify you to ride this teeny tiny, adorable, fun-ass ride, okay? The other one, and I find it just as upsetting as the ugly straight girl, is the hot straight girl. Because they say the same things too. Like, they're like, oh my God, you are so funny. If you had a penis, I would totally sleep with you. And I'm like, girl, what do you mean if I had a penis? Like, I have a full of penis, girl. Let's get it on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could treat it like that treasure chest at the dentist office. You know what I'm saying? Just go and reach in there and pick you out a prize. We'll just deal with whatever we get. You know what I mean? It'll be a surprise for both of us. Don't trifle me about shit that just don't matter. I hate to try to do that to you. I was in Portland and this girl was like, oh my God, you're overweight. You must really hate yourself. And I was like, no, I'm not fat because I hate me. I'm fat because I fucking love me, okay? I don't deny me nothing. If me wants a blunt and a cupcake, me gets a blunt and a motherfucking cupcake, all right? Yo, I would just be sitting on my couch, honey, just a licking and a smoking. Sometimes you lick the blunt and you smoke that damn cupcake. That's just the games we play, people. That's just
Jesus Christ.
it's true. Y'all have you been out to Portland? It's kind of cool. I know that not a lot of my people make it out to Portland, and by my people, I don't mean gay people. I mean Southerners, because every fucking where I went in Portland, they were just like, "Oh my, love your accent. Will you just talk?" And I'm an entertainer, so every time they did that, I just got like a fan of Southern. I was just like, Lord, it's hot today. Somebody, Mama mint julep. This hothouse flower is a Wilton. Well, I tell you, it is hotter than 3 rats fornicating in a wool sock behind a dryer. I don't know, sweetheart. I guess if I had.
Wayne was our. Can I tell you something sick that got done?
Mute
This
yourself.
kind of frees you up to go after
Mute
Wayne.
yourself.
Yeah,
Oh my God. Food pimp. Mute yourself. Don't fucking talk through the show. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, keep going.
Well, I don't know, sweetheart. I guess if I had my druthers, it would certainly be nothing but Duke's mayonnaise for me. Due to an altercation over Miracle Whip, damn near tearing my family asunder. I don't know what asunder or druthers means. I just know that those fucking, they loved it. Those Portlanders get enough. All right, you guys. One last one. Thank you so much. I want to thank Gio for having me. Gio, you're awesome. Thank you so much, brother. And also our host, Elani, she was amazing. And John and Wayne for being just fucking great for white guys. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are but y'all are some of the good ones. You know what I mean? Like, you kind of look similar. Like you're both cocking your heads to the side on my screens. And it's like with beard or without. You know what I mean? Now you can get that white man in beard or without beard, and I like variety. So, so I don't know if you can tell by watching me just rant at your faces, or looking at me glisten on your computer screen like a honey bun you left in the car on a hot day. But I'm a passionate bitch, okay? And that means I cannot sleep like a normal human being. That means like I don't have a comforter on my bed. I just have a top sheet. And I turn my fan on high every single night. And then I wrap up with the sheet all the way, except for y'all. I like to stick just a tiny little bit of my foot out of the sheet and off the side of the bed. Like, that is the temperature that God intended us to live at. But the only thing about it is I can only enjoy it for like, I don't know, 35 seconds, 45 seconds to a minute before I get terrified about the monster under my bed grabbing my foot. So that means I got to take it back and put it under the sheet where it's safe. And I don't know what's crazier a thought, you guys, that there's like a fucking monster living under my bed, or that the sheet is somehow protecting me from his ass. Like every night the monster's coming out like, ooh, I'm gonna eat some toes today, gonna eat some teeny tiny toes today. Is that hot?
No.
Is that hot? Damn you, Martha Stewart! I've got teeny tiny baby monsters under that bed to feed toast to. What am I supposed to tell them? Y'all, I feel like, honestly, if you wanted to murder me, like we already talked about it, don't try to stab me, don't shoot me. This is what you need to do. You need to break into my mom and dad's house. You need to find the bedroom. It's mine. It's the one that smells like weed and disappointment. And then all you got to do is crawl up under my bed and be really quiet and really patient. Right before bedtime, I'm going to give you a little stretch, just like this. Just stretch out like that. All you have to do is reach out from under the bed and grab my fucking footer. Bitch, I'm going to die right there, okay? Fear-induced heart attack. You are going to skip over my lifeless corpse and just out the door to freedom. I don't think you'll ever be brought to justice because I'm not positive what you've just done is a crime. Cops are going to come in and they're going to be like, Johnson, this is our case yet. I don't know what happened here. We came in and the victim was laid out like this. She was dead. There was no pulse, but she was trembling like a son of a bitch. We looked around for clues, but we couldn't find anything. It's nothing but blunts and cupcakes and dicks all over the room. I don't know what happened here, you guys. Yo, I'm Jenn Snyder. Thanks for being so dope. Thank you for our host. Having me on.
Yay! Thank you so much, Jen.
Thank you.
That was amazing. Also, I didn't realize it was that expensive to fucking climb on Mount Everest, but I only ever see white people doing it, so it makes sense that it costs that much money.
So
They're the only ones with that much money who's like willing to like risk their lives for
Right,
90K.
Risk our lives just living. They'd have to find danger as white people.
I don't even like, you know how there's so many documentaries about climbing Mount Everest? It never appealed to me, ever. Not once. I wasn't like, wow, what is that like? I was just like, why the fuck are you guys doing that when you could be at home like with a toaster strudel or something? Like, it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, everybody give our headliner another round of applause. She was great. Yay, Jenn Snyder. Yay. I love seeing lesbians on the comedy scene. I feel like we need more lesbians in the comedy scene. I myself am bi, so I don't I'm not a lesbian, but I do frequent gay bars a lot. I've gotten shot down by a lot of lesbians.
Well, you're
yeah, but at least Jen has always been nice to me.
right. You just put her on the phone next time. I'll be like, she's good. I vouch for her.
Mm-hmm.
Don't treat her like that.
I'm gonna do that next time, girl. I'm gonna do that.
Well, you don't have Yelp reviews? No Yelp reviews?
No Yelp reviews. That we're still working on that. It's a pandemic, you know. I'm not gonna stress people out over Yelp. Not right now. But yeah, everybody, give your performers another round of applause. Wayne Cousins, Don Hawley, Jenn Snyder, and thank you so much, Gia Wagner, for putting this show on. Thank you for allowing me to host. I had a lot of fun. I was dying at Jen's jokes. I was concerned about Wayne's jokes. And Don, your jokes were fun too. I like the end of it. And that is our show for tonight. You guys be sure to tune in for next week. And don't forget to tip your comics if you're able. If not, that's fine too. But their Cash App or PayPal is Button Down Comedy. And follow them on social media so you can find out when the next show is at Button Down Comedy on Instagram and Facebook, if you still have that, if you are still with that old thing. I don't know, whatever the fuck. Thanks for coming tonight, you guys. See you later. Bye.
Yay.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Good night, you guys. Go get drunk. That's what I'm going to do.
Yay.
See you
Maybe.
later.